What's up, guys? So in this video I'm just going to show you guys how you guys can trade an London session, because I know some of you can't trade in the evenings with New York, and some countries New York is very late at night, which is not the ideal time to trade. So this is going to be a strategy that involves London session with accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. So I draw out a little picture here. So we trade from 8:30 a.m. to 12 a.m. New York session. Okay, I've set my time on New York because I trade ICT, so my chart is on New York time. I can probably set it to South African time, but New York is just so much better for me. So move that. Okay, so this right here is what we call our accumulation. This movement outwards, grabbing liquidity or whatever, is our manipulation. And in the manipulation movement, we try to get in, okay? And then this movement up here is our distribution. And what we're looking to do is waiting for a high getting taken out, and then as well as displacement with that high that got taken out. Sometimes after liquidity got grabbed with the accumulation phase, there will be displacement here, but it will sometimes just run through it like this. Whereas we wait for a high to get taken out with displacement in the manipulation movement, and then that's when we get in for the distribution movement. Okay, so let's hop on the charts and I'll show you guys. Okay, so now we're on the charts. This is in Asian session, so we can just mark out our Asian lows and our Asian highs. Okay, let's delete this. Okay, so I just want to show you guys something. Here we can see, so even in Asian session we can see accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution. Okay, that happened even during Asian session. It can happen in any session. So this is actually, you don't often see this happening in Asian session, but yeah. So let's get into it. So you've got buy side liquidity resting here. And then we've got sell side there. Okay, let's see what price gives us. Okay, so even here we've got our accumulation there. This looks like it wants to be the manipulation, so maybe we can get a distribution down there. Let's see. Yeah, it still stays within this range, so this changes my perspective of that is our accumulation phase. Okay, it doesn't really move anywhere, but okay. So yeah, let's just wait for price. Okay, price grabs the buy side liquidity. Okay, now we want displacement beneath these lows here. Okay, you could have entered sells here, but remember what I said with the example there. We want a low or high to be taken out. Okay, so the new low that I'll be looking at is this one. Okay, right there. So there's two ways that you can enter this. You can either enter directly from that FEG like that, or you can take your fib retracement tool from the top to the bottom and you can enter off the 63% level. Your stop's just above these highs. Okay, and then my potential target will be Asian lows. Let's see what happens. Okay, price taps at FEG and then looks like it wants to run. Yes. So price sold off this FEG here. Like I said, there were two ways that you can enter these trades. Let's see, price took out all these lows here. So that is my point where I would secure. So stop loss at break even. Okay, after this low got taken out, I would potentially look to take some partials. And then price grabs this sell side liquidity and immediately spikes back up. But let's see what happens if we can still hit that full target. We've got some sort of order block here. It's not valid to me. Let's see if price wants to retrace up until this level maybe. I swear my tools are wrong. Yeah, these are supposed to be gray. Oh well, there are some sorts of gray, but okay. Okay, so price taps that entry. I wouldn't have entered. I'll just take my one entry there and just leave it. Okay, I'm still in that top trade there. And price hit full TP. Okay, so this was literally, there's nothing wrong with this trade. Could have maybe just taken it from those highs there. Something like that. But yeah, to me, there was nothing wrong with that, except I would just have entered off that top one. I wouldn't have looked for a second entry. Okay, let's see how far price would continue downwards. Maybe come down to grab this relatively equal lows. Yeah. Okay. So far, you'd have bagged a 1-to-7 risk to reward ratio with a pretty good entry there. If you had your TP here, if you still ran it, it's a 1-to-9. If you still ran it, would have been a 1-to-13. But personally, I would have gotten out there on a funded account. That's more than enough, or more than enough money that you have made if you had your risk management in place. Okay, so in this next example, we've got Asian session here. Got our buy side, sell side. This is a thing that I want to point out to you guys. So sometimes you might get an entry before London Open, and then when you secure, London Open will stop you out and then drop only. So it's up to you. You have to play around and see whether it's better for you to take a trade before London Open, directly after Asian, or is it better to wait for London Open and wait for a grab of the high or the low and then only buy or sell. So that's completely up to you guys. You can play around with that. Okay, so you've got the end of Asian. Let's see. What day is this? Okay, this is a Friday, so we might get some funny price action. Okay, we get that grab there. Okay, so I would wait for these lows here to be cleared. Okay, we can put this off. Okay, lows has not been cleared. Okay, we get a wick there, but that's not a break of that low. Okay, it moves into that FEG. Let's see if it respects it. If this FEG holds, chances of these lows getting cleared here is more likely to happen. Yes, and that happened. Okay, did we get displacement? Yeah, so we got some sorts of displacement. Not really strong, so I wouldn't have traded off that level. See, grabbing this buy side here. That's a pretty obvious liquidity level. So let's see if we can get displacement now. Okay, we've got displacement from this level, so we can potentially sell off here. Stops just above that high, and then you can target Asian low or any of these liquidity levels down below. Let's see if this FEG holds. Okay, so price shoots up, it grabs this, forming relatively equal lows. So these, this is a very dangerous zone. Let's still see. Price gives us. Okay, so after grabbing those highs or that liquidity there, price seems to drop. Okay, takes out this low here. So this would be a form or a level that I would be interested in securing. Our only problem is we've got this FEG here. So it might be too early to secure. So I'll still hold on a bit and see if it comes back to fill it and then drop, taking out the low that it might form now, and then I'll secure. Yeah, so we get a pullback nicely. If price takes out these lows, then I'll look to secure it. Yeah, see, that's why I said it's very dangerous to secure it right now, because we've got that big FEG. Okay, price takes out that low. So that's a level for me to secure. Let's just have a look here. Okay, so I'll take partials right here after clearing these lows. And then price E to CP. Very basic stuff. It's really not that hard. So yeah, this is just a basic video, guys. You can trade it during London. And like I said, it just depends on how you feel about it, whether you want to trade it with London Open or you want to trade it after the ICT, not ICT, Asian session. I prefer to trade it after Asian session, but I have noticed after trading it with Asian session, so you might be, let's say for example, you might be here and then London opens and it shoots up, grabbing all these highs here, and then it continues selling downwards. So that's just, it's up to you. You have to decide whether you want to trade that. I like trading it before London because I don't need large trades to make a lot of money. So I take my, even if I just catch like this movement here and I just take partials, that's already enough for me. This is a 1 to, let's round it up to 1 to 9, 1 to 5 risk to reward. So let's say if I just took it to there, that's a 2.7 risk to reward. So that's already for me is enough. Anything about 1 to 2 is good enough for me. So